Marius, my commanding officer, ordered me to escort Jesus and two other criminals to the cross. I was still trying to understand the encounter I had at Jesus' flogging. Even my hardened heart found it hard to look at his bloody, abused form as we prepared him for his execution. But I'm a soldier and must do as I'm told. Our place for crucifixion is located outside of the city's walls, next to the ever-burning trash heap. The local barbarian tongue calls it Golgotha, the place of the skull. Not only is it splattered with the blood and bones of its victims, but the hill's rock formation is even said to resemble a skull. The stench of death mingles there with the scent of rotting garbage. It's disgusting, but perhaps fitting for the worst type of execution imaginable that takes place here. Calling crucifixion a slow, evil death by excruciating torture is no exaggeration. First, we nail the victim's hands and feet to the beams with heavy spikes. The upright beam is then heaved up so its end can drop into a fitted hole. A short ledge below the victim's feet allows him the leverage needed to lift himself and breathe, but at the cost of repeated agony in his hands and feet. The pain drives many of our victims insane, well before they die. Very few of the original crowds of curious onlookers can stomach the whole process. Rarely is there much of an audience for the last hours of the condemned. As we walked, I drifted to the back of the procession. It seemed to take an eternity for these three condemned men to shuffle through the streets. I've heard the path has since come to be called the Via Dolorosa, the path of sorrow. What an understatement. Upon arrival at Golgotha's hilltop, as a token of Roman mercy, we offer prisoners a cheap brew of sour soldier's wine, made bitter by the myrrh. Knowing it will deaden at least a little of their impending pain, the prisoners receive it eagerly. So when our death parade reached its destination, I quickly prepared the cup of wine and myrrh and lifted it to Jesus' lips. Yet when he tasted what it was, he would not drink. He even turned his face away. Exasperated, I asked, "Why won't you drink?" He did not answer, but once again his eyes met mine. Compassion, not condemnation, emanated from his gaze. Why would he refuse this little comfort and subject himself to the entire pain of his crucifixion? Might it be that Jesus' determination to drink the full cup of his agony pointed to a purpose not found in the thousands of other executions on this damned hill? Might this man's death be somehow more than an accident or the unpredictable justice of our gods?